This is the front of my 2003 Toyota Echo, and as I was saying in my last video, which I kind of did a review of this fine automobile, I'm going to use the word fine in quotes, I am going to be doing some minor upgrades to it. The first one I'm going to be doing is these fog light updates. So right here and here, they offered factory fog lights on these things, so I've gone ahead, let me flip the camera around, here we go, and ordered that factory fog light upgrade. Now it comes with these new plastic bezels that'll cover up where the old ones were. It's pretty nice. They come with the bulbs. Here they are. I got the clear ones. You can get amber. They have adjustments. That's 9006 bulbs. The only thing it didn't come with is the screws for that, and it's machine screws. So, not machine screws, it's coarse threaded screws. So I did go ahead and find myself some screws to make that work. That also came with the harness. Got a relay, fuse, and the switch looks factory. Nice little switch there, push button with the light that comes on. So I think that's actually factory. I know it fits in the slot well. So, and an extension cord if you need it. So, nice little kit. I'm not going to bash it. Here's the instructions that came with it. Not many instructions really. There you go. So, yeah, kind of a very vague setup. No actual install instructions for the fog lights themselves, just for the wiring, which is fine. And so that's it. So I'm going to go ahead and get started, and we'll just kind of go bit by bit and see how this all works out. Y'all requested that I do more like actual repair work or videos of me like working on stuff. So this will be it. Hope y'all enjoy what you see. Okay, so I've got it hooked up. You can see I've already removed this side, and I'll show you popping out the other one. But it's quite simple, really. This is just a cover that's in there. It sits like that. And on the back side here, when you reach up through the underneath here, 4 little tabs. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pops right out. And that exposes the mounting hole. All these bumpers, whether they came with fog lights or not, have the brackets and accessories to hold the lights in place. So that's really nice. So went ahead and took that one out. I'll see if I can get the camera up on the back side of here. It's going to be a little tight, but I'll see if I can hold it in place long enough to remove the other one. If not, literally, you're just reaching your hand up behind here and pushing down on these tabs. Okay? It's really hard to see, but here's a tab. There's one up here. And I can't really reach the other two with the camera on, so I'll move it out of the way. But that's the back side of what we're going to be working on here today. So let me go ahead and remove those two. That should cover that. Okay, so the next step is fairly simple. I thought you needed machine screws here, but it actually just snaps into place here. So when you roll this thing in, it just locks in and won't come back out. And again, back here, this is actually, I was wondering what this was. Again, there's no instructions for this, so that this just snaps into a back hole there, and then, I don't know, yeah, you can kind of see it in the video there. Let me move that a little bit. There's a Phillips head back there, so that allows you to adjust your positioning of this thing up and down, I believe. Yeah, up and down motion there. So these just kind of snap into place. This is really kind of nice. I'm liking this so far. Again, I'm kind of sorry for the rain here, but I need to get this done. So normally I wait till it's not raining to do videos like this, but it is the mountains of North Carolina, so that's kind of always. Here and here, that's where these two are going to fit. That one there and that one there. And then this bottom that snaps in, that's going to go in there. So this is actually really nicely designed. It's just a matter of lining everything up. I think I got that. And giving it a good push. And that's it. That's it. It's locked into place. So that's really nice. And it's in there. I mean, that's not coming back out. So installation for these is just super easy. I'll go ahead and, I was going to wait, but I'll go ahead and insert my covers. And there it is, locked into place. So, oh, man, that upper one's still stuck out. I'll take a look at that, but that's pretty much how that's going to go in there. Man, this is super easy. Okay, now once again, repeating the process here. You have your tab here and your tab here. Your hole there, you're just going to line everything up. There's my snap tab. Go ahead and straighten that up as much as possible and kind of slide it in. There she goes. Once again, oh, there, locked into place. Good. We'll take our cover here and add that back in. And there it goes. All right, let's move on. Well, let's tell you what, I'll come back here, see if you can get them both. There you go. So there's the fresh look, fog lights. All right, now that we got that part done, we've got our wiring harness. Now this is the internal wiring harness that's going to go to the switch. This comes across here, and we got our 3 wires here, and so this one goes through the cab. One thing I'm noticing from the kit is that on the other side, this is a red. Let me see if I can find it. Oh, on the other side, this is yellow. Those two are going together. The picture shows that being yellow as well, but it's blue, so no big deal there. There's our ground, and that's for our accessories. So we want to make sure that when key off, no power to that, key on, power to that. So that we're going to put that one aside for right now. And then we've got our switch, like I showed you before. Set that aside. So that leaves us with this monstrosity here. And what we end up with is we got a nice relay, we've got a fuse, we've got our hot wire right here. And this is where this kind of gets weird. So I'm going to just go ahead and slowly move across here, because I know this is kind of up close. When we get down to it, if I can unwind all this. Okay, so we have one plug right here that's coming off. That's going to be for one of the lights. And then we move down, and what I would have thought would be just the terminal end there would be just the other light switch, right? But actually, there's more on that harness. This is the part that goes up to go to the car. And we have another ground wire here. And then we've got the wire that goes through the cab. I was wondering, there's no way to set it up. The battery's on the left, so this wiring should also be on the left side, but it's not. It's on the right. I was trying to figure out why that was, and it's probably for the European markets. Steering wheel and all that stuff would be on the right-hand side on there, so they probably set it up like that. So that's going to be a bit of a bummer, and that's probably why they include that, which is your extension, and that's got to be for American markets. So it's not going to be as tight. It's not going to be as nice an installation as I would have wanted. I would have liked the wiring harness to be kind of tucked in there, but there's just no way around it. So let me go ahead. I'm going to lift the car back up in the air, and I will install this and kind of zip tie it into place, and we'll go from there. All right, so the fog lights are installed. You can see them down there and there, and I've run the wiring, and let me show you how I ran the wiring, because it is a bit interesting. So on this side, I've got a ground wire that goes down and plugs into one of the headlight assemblies down there. You can see that T-spot there. And the little harness comes up right to here. This is the harness part that would just have the one wire going inside. That's that right there. Okay. So let's focus all the way around over to here. And down on this side, it's hard to see, but there is, you know what, maybe I can, no, can't really show you through there. There it is. So it goes down through the headlight bucket area, and that plugs into the other light. And I brought that wire up all the way over, and this is the main harness. There's my relay, there's my fuse. I got a spot for them to screw in over there. And then just attach that hot line. That hot line comes all the way over and attaches to the battery there. So hardest part of this job, honestly, was right there. Putting the wire through the, it's not focusing very well, but there you go. Putting the wire through the firewall. That's like a double wall rubber insulation, so it just did not want to go, but I convinced it to. Let's take a look at the switch on the inside, and we'll back the car out, and I'll show you what it looks like with the fogs on. So here it is. Here's the fog light. Fits right in the hole, which is nice. Matches it well, and it does light up. And down here, that's the one little red wire that needs to be ran to an accessory. So I just pulled the fuse box out, found a fuse that is only powered on when the key is on, and tap that into that. And that's it. Let me put that cover back on there, and we'll fire it up. The little light lights up on there, and when you hit it, you got your lights turned on. Let's go check them out. Here we are in total darkness. Let me go ahead and turn the old headlights on. All right. There we are, lighting up the property with the old. Those are low beams. There's our high beams. Okay. Now let's go back to low beams. Now let me turn the fog lights on. Yeah, those fog lights are actually pretty nice. So there's my fog lights. And they are with brights. Alright, let's move down to the woods, and we'll take a longer shot and turn the lights on. Okay, there's our low beams. There's our high beams. And there's our low beams with the fogs. And there's our high beams with the fogs on.
Nice and bright. So can't wait to try them out at night. Time changes this weekend, so we'll get a chance. Enjoy the video, and I'll see you next time. Take care.